What's up guys, this is Tornado, and in this video I'm going to review the Game Boy Color and all its colorful glory inside. So this is the how many was it? I'm going to recap. I don't have all the systems, I only have this Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance SP. So I'm just going to recap the family of the Game Boy line. First, they have the original Game Boy, which takes about 4 AA batteries. Uh, then comes next is the Game Boy Play It Loud model. Originally, it was just a colored version, not the screen, but the body is colored, and they do have the transparent one, which is cool. And next up, Game Boy Pocket. Now, don't ever, how do I say this? Don't ever uh, say that Game Boy Color and Game Boy Pocket is the same. Because online, usually I see people, they say, "Oh, I'm selling a Game Boy Color." But if you look here, it's Pocket. Now, I know they look the same though, there. They look the same, uh, but if you go to the side, look at the butt, big, and this one takes 2 AA batteries. So, okay, going back, first, first they have the Game Boy, second Game Boy Play It Loud model, third Game Boy Pocket, and then came the Game Boy Light. Now, Game Boy Light, uh, it's just like a Game Boy. Think of this as the Pocket, Game Boy Pocket. It's like the Game Boy Pocket. The difference is it has a backlight. I don't know if it's backlight or front light feature, I don't know. And you can play it in the dark, the Game Boy Light. And lastly, this baby came out back in 1998. I don't know the exact date, but this system was released in 1998, the Game Boy Color. Oh yeah, one fun fact, you see this? The color thingy, this, the berry, purple, kiwi, yeah, dandelion, I think, and teal. Uh, Fun fact, when the Game Boy Color was released, uh, the Game Boy Color is available in five, five colors, namely the berry, there you see, the berry, the purple one, the kiwi, dandelion, and teal. Obviously, I have the dandelion or yellow here, the yellow system. And yeah, the reason why I bought this online is because I'm too nostalgic in Game Boy stuff. You know, when I was a kid, originally I got a Game Boy Pocket from my dad, the color red one, and then Game Boy Advance, and then Advance SP. So, do I like this system? Very much. So, let's go to the review. Alright, so here is your Game Boy Color. Yeah, at the front you have your ABA button, start and select, D-pad, speaker, Nintendo logo over there, Game Boy Color logo over here, and here's the screen. Try to focus it. Yeah, here's the screen. I don't know what the exact length of the screen is. I'll post it in the description so that you may know, or if you're interested. And lastly, your power indicator. Now, this power indicator indicates if uh, the battery inside your system still has juice in it. So I'll show you. There you go. It has power. See that? Okay, going back. You have your, on the side, you have your normal on-off switch. Off, this is on. At the top, you have your IR sensor, which is used for data transferring and stuff like that. Next, you have your uh, Game Boy cartridge slot over there. There. On the other side, you have your LAN cable, which is used for Pokemon or any other multiplayer games. This is where you put your bracelet so that every time you're playing with your system. Uh, for those who have clumsy hands, you can put some bracelet here and like an arm bracelet, so that every time you lose grip on your Game Boy, it will not fall off. And next, you have your volume. Funny thing is, when you do it downwards, this is the front of your Game Boy. When you do it downwards, volume goes up. If you do it upwards, volume minimizes. That's the logic of the old times, but still, it's a great system. Then at the back, trademark of the Nintendo, Game Boy Color, model CGB, the sticker is eaten, and yep, it's from 1998. And here is the battery. It takes two AA's, the two AA batteries, and at the bottom you have your DC adapter over here. It can be used for, you can plug it on your wall or wall plug if you want to play it without batteries, and your 3.5mm headphone jack. So I like this system a lot because it plays old Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games. Uh, I'll show you I'll show them in the next video, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back. In this part, I'm gonna show you a short gameplay on this Game Boy Color and how good the screen is. So I have here an F1 race, which is originally for the Nintendo Game Boy, the fat one, the big fat one. It supports a multiplayer, and I don't know, maybe it supports 4 players, I think. No? Anyways, let's go back. Uh, Now, this is, remember, keep in mind, this is an old Game Boy cartridge, originally for the Game Boy. Now, I'll show you if it runs on the Game Boy Color. So, yeah, here, let's go. Wait for a moment. Okay, let's put it in. Wow, wait. Alright, so I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, let's get started in the game review in this one. There it is. Amazingly, it works. Old Game Boy cartridges work on this system. So yeah, let's play a short gameplay on it, just to show you how good the system is. It has color. It doesn't show up on the screen of the phone, but it has color. Let's play. Lightning McQueen style. Okay, I'm gonna use turbo to kill you, people. Oh my. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with the game. Not gonna be serious playing it, just to show you if the game is working. So yeah, I encourage you guys to buy this game. It's fun, fun, fun. If you like racing games, very fun. Yeah, so that's it. It's the gameplay. It has color. So, and one more thing I want to show you guys. Now, you can change the color of that game, believe it or not. I know some of you guys know about that, but I just want to show you for this, for just for those people who don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Now, on the boot up, if you keep on doing stuff like this, and yeah, to the A like that, the screen will choose a color for you, or the screen will show what color it is. So yeah, let's, for example, the green one, I got the green blue, and it shows the game on green blue. I don't know if it's shown on the screen. There it is. And for example, I also played it on the black and yellow. It shows that the game is on black and yellow. So that's one great feature that the Game Boy Color has. And that's much about it for the internal stuff. Oh yeah, the processor on this is much more powerful than the older systems like the Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket. Sad thing is I s- uh, I have the old Game Boy Pocket, and I realized that the Game Boy Color screen, this screen, is actually smaller than the Game Boy Pocket. Whereas when the Game Boy Pocket, the screen is much more bigger. So that's one downside of this system, but still I love it. I love it. And one more I want to tell to you guys, don't be confused in buying, or don't be fooled if you're going to buy online that says, ooh, look, I'm selling a Game Boy Color, but Pocket is put it here, or Pocket is printed here. Uh, I know some people who got fooled that they are selling game, that they thought they bought a Game Boy Color online, but originally it's a Game Boy Pocket. Now, how to know the differences? I don't have the Pocket, so just imagine I have the Pocket. So the difference is of the two is that in the Game Boy Color, obviously, you see here, it has this Game Boy Color, the colorful color thingy, and in the Game Boy Pocket, it's only Game Boy Pocket, not Game Boy Color. And lastly, check this side. I don't have the lighting, so yeah, this side. This side of the Game Boy here. If it has this big butt, it's a Game Boy Color. Or remember this face of the butt? It's a Game Boy Color. Now, if I erase the butt like this, I'm just gonna show you guys. If I erase the butt like this, that is the Game Boy Color. No, that's the Game Boy Pocket. If you put if you put it back, that is the Game Boy Color. Remember? Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket. So basically, I'm saying here is that Game Boy Pocket doesn't have this big thing or the big butt here because it only takes AAA batteries, while this one takes AA batteries. So yeah, that's much about it. I hope this video helps a lot, and this is my review of the Game Boy Color. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and uh, next time I'm gonna review my Game Boy Advance SP, just to show you guys the system itself. So yeah, this is Tornado, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.